Welcome to another random review with, Brandon, of course. I am Brandon, and today I'm going to review two different things. I'm going to review the first volume, which is I think the first 6 issues or something. It's the book 1 of Preacher. Just now got around to reading Preacher. I'm also going to be reviewing Gears of War 3. But first, before I get to Gears of War, let's talk about Preacher. Preacher was sold to me as a book where it's just holy crap. It was, when they told me the premise of this book is a guy gets combined with this, being that has all God's powers. And, the preacher is, what's his face? Jesse. Jesse, he gets combined with all that, and basically it's his origin story. He has a really quick origin where it's just and he meets up with these two people, one of them being a vampire, with this British vampire who's just, this guy, he's kind of funny, and his ex-girlfriend, and the whole book is just, he decides fairly early on, maybe second or third issue, he's going to find God and make him answer for why he left all his creations. Because God has abandoned us, apparently. He has abandoned heaven. He just went away. And it's just kind of that whole thing of why. He wants to make him answer. You can't just create something and walk away. It'd be he basically kind of compares it to a bad father in a way. A father doesn't walk away from this. It's your responsibility. The issues I was reading were excellent. They introduced you to this badass cowboy known as Saint of All Killers. He's still up and going. They introduced you into this guy who he shot himself because of Kurt Cobain. Because Kurt Cobain shot himself and he wanted to be like him. And since they saved him, and he has a deformed face, but he ends up calling himself Assface. It's really weird. I think the most disturbing though is when you meet Jesse's family. When you meet his family, they are, without a doubt, crazy. And I don't mean just they're crazy, man. They're fucking nuts. This is a gory book, people. So if you're not, if you don't like gore, it depends. I mean, this is comic gore. So, I mean, this, it's gory. It's not really too sexual, perhaps. Very adult-themed book. This is not your superhero. This is dark. This is dark fucking comics if I've ever seen one. So be here. If you're into dark literature like this, I would highly recommend it. I mean, this is one of the best comic books I've read. This really is. And the whole thing, I think, is kind of, I'm really curious on where it goes next, because this, I mean, granted, I know I'm way behind. This came out in the 90s, people. Way behind. Just now got around to doing this, but good God, was this awesome. This was just, it was just, the art style, everything was just amazing. It was really amazing. Because they got, it's not your typical, it is your typical art style, just, very colorful, very stylistic. I was rather impressed with all this. I was just really impressed on how I actually came to care about the characters. You don't want to see anything happen to Jesse or his girlfriend or even the vampire dude. You wanted everyone to turn out, and they make the villains so fucking hateful. When you meet Jesse's family, those fucking crazy hillbillies who think they're God's gift to Earth and they must be the ones. Oh, you just want bad things to happen with them. You just want them to be destroyed. So, yeah, that's Preacher. Like I said, I can recommend this basically any comic fan out there. If you have not picked up Preacher, I'd highly recommend it. I'm definitely giving this 5 stars. This is a perfect comic. I saw no faults with it. It's a little slow in the beginning, but you get past the first couple pages and you're hooked. guaranteed. That's a Brandon guarantee right there. Next game I got the game I got today was Gears of War 3. Gears of War 3, fantastic game. Let me put it this way. So the story to Gears of War 3 is, they sink Jacinto from Gears 2, and they're like, oh god, they're on a ship, they're beaten down, they don't, the COG army is almost gone. And the Lambent have been growing powerful. The Lambent were kind of introduced at the end of 2, and now they're just big. They're basically the Flood from Halo. They even have some of them with the tentacles now, and they're all, except for their gushing yellow ship. But Marcus and his crew, they find out Marcus' dad's still alive, and they're like, we gotta go save him. You also do get to play as Cole, oddly enough. It was just a short little one mission as Cole, and it was quite nice to play as someone besides Marcus. I really kind of wish I could play it as the others besides Marcus, but yeah, this is Marcus's game. But yeah, you're going after his dad, and there's a big old mystery with the whole Lambent, the emulsion itself. What's going on with Minerva? I think her name is the Queen of the Locusts. How does she know his dad's still alive? Is he it's like this kind of weird mystery thing. But honestly, it has one heartfelt moment that I can think of where I was just like, damn, I feel bad. You really feel bad for this character. And you felt bad for him since Gears 2. It's not as powerful as Gears 2, I was a little disappointed how the story ends. Really disappointed. Let me just say they took the easy way out, and I really hate it because a lot of games are doing this now. With the third installment, since they're trying to wrap everything up, they kind of take this easy way out, and that bugs the shit out of me. Gameplay fantastic. It keeps one of my problems with Judgment, it didn't have enough set pieces. And when I'm playing this one, I remembered all the damn set pieces. I'm like, oh yeah, here's where you're going down on the zip line, or here's where you're, you gotta. You're driving on the highway and you gotta kill all these things, or here's a big boss here, let's have to fight this Brumok now, They have a ton of these in that game. It keeps it exciting, keeps you going, it keeps you like, oh, you're changing shit up, unlike the rest. It is quite different, I have to say the Horde, fantastic, because every 10 waves you get a boss, and the boss is, it's either a couple gunkers, Lambent Berserker, a couple Berserkers, or I even think the Queen herself is a boss. I'm not 100%. I think she's like a wave 50 boss. That's fantastic. And then you have the online, which is kind of traditional. If you play Gears of War Online, you know what I'm talking about. You got an assload of characters you can choose from in this for the online. A lot of unlockables. If you haven't picked this up, or if you're just considering getting it or something, I would recommend this. I would say it was about 4.5 stars. That ending kills this game for me. It really is just kind of like, oh god, you guys really chose that ending. So it's damn near perfect, but it's missing out on a few things. You could find it for like $10 now. So, you'd be hurting yourself if you didn't pick up Gears of War 3. That is it, everybody. Really short random reviews today. Didn't have much to really have to chat about with these two things. So, like to chat to me about any of this stuff, please feel free. I'd love to talk to you. Put it in our comment section, go to the forums, or go to email us at bloodyscreenpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you, everybody. Good night.